Well, Heidi doody ho, everybody. Jeff here. Well, today is November 25th, and it's my birthday today. So I just went out and bought myself a birthday present. This is a 32-inch LG flat screen TV. This is a 1080p HD, and got a pretty good deal on it. It was on sale. I got for $120 off. Paid, I think it's $279 for it. Plus added on a 2-year warranty and the tax and all that. Made it to over $300. And I had to get an HDMI cable too. But I bought that for in here. And we're going to open it up and get her hooked up. But before I do, I got to do a lot of reconfiguring here. We're going to move that honking thing back into the bedroom. Now, if you remember back in June, I found a 22-inch LG TV at a garage sale for $10. Well, that's been acting up. It's been doing all kinds of weird stuff, like turning itself off and on, and it'll change channels by itself. I think it's got a blown capacitor in it, and I'm going to try and fix that. But for now, I'm going to move that into the bedroom and probably put that other one, if I can get it working, into the office. So, and store that old Sony I got away. But that TV there still works perfect. It's just getting outdated, and here it's time for a nice new one. So here we go. But I'm going to get all this stuff reconfigured first. I might end up having to move the turntable down on that other stand, because this is going to be quite a bit wider. I got to figure out how I'm going to place everything. I might get a wall mount for it, but I don't have one right now, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I got my audio equipment and turntable moved into this other rack. You remember, I used to have a big entertainment center here, but I got rid of that a few months ago. And we're gonna crack the TV open and see. Now I'm still gotta find out if it's gonna fit on top of that stand and still have clearance to open up the turntable and clear that speaker. So let's see what happens. Might have to push that speaker over, which will mean getting rid of that table with a lamp on it. It's really hard to configure this room the way it's configured. It's really hard to set something up in here, especially when I got all these bins of LPs right here, where I don't have any place else to put them in this house. It's really getting cramped in here. But I'm hoping to be able to get into a new house before too long. Where I got an appointment with a lady tomorrow. I'm seeing if I can get approved for a mortgage. So we'll see what happens with that. It might take a few more months, but we'll see what happens with that. So let's crack this open and see what it looks like. Got my steak knife. You're too deep. Okay, what's going to be the best way to do this? There's the stand. packaging material. So I pick this up out of here. So I can brace it up against the stand. Careful. Okay. Let's get the box out of the way. Anything else that's in here? This out of the way. And here it is. Okay. I get it all set up. I gotta read the instructions and stuff. I'm not gonna video any of that, so we'll be back when I get it set up. Okay, we got the stand hooked up and we got it sitting up there on the stand thingamajob. And I would rather have the turntable on that side and the TV over there, but because of that shelf being there, it's not going to quite work. And I just put them shelves up about a month ago, so we might have to do something different with that. But you know, at least if TV was over there, it'd hide that ugly spot on the wall. But we'll just leave it like that for now. And right now, I just want to get it hooked up and working. There's also an option, if I wanted to, I can run a screw right through the stand and mount it to the top of that stand. And so it'd be solid, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. I don't know if I want to run a screw into there or not. So we'll get everything hooked up. Okay, what I'm doing now is I've got the antenna hooked up, even though I'm not going to run it through the antenna. I'll be hooking it up to the cable box. But I want to make sure the tuner works. So I should also add, and that's going to take forever, I should also add that the only way I'm going to get an HD signal is off the antenna over the air, because I'm not paying for HD from the cable. So if I had a better antenna, I'd just probably drop the cable altogether. But right now I've got the cable, so we'll let this scan and see how it does. I'm probably only going to get about 18 channels. Okay, we got the channel scanned in, and we're looking at an HD. Just as I say that, it goes to a crappy promo, but this is an HD signal coming from one of our local stations here. And this is before I've adjusted any picture settings or anything. The sound quality is terrible, but I expected that. They just don't make these with good speakers in them anymore. But I'll be hooking it up to running it through the receiver. So what I'll do is run the audio out from the cable box into the receiver if I can. I'm also using the HDMI inputs, so I don't know how we're going to work that out yet, if it's going to work. So let's see what we got here. That's standard definition.
Heather, are you the type of girl that on New Year's Eve? The type of girl that's rubbing her boobies. And everyone was like, oh, boobies.
And for some reason, channel 5 always has this third digital channel, and it's always blank. Of course, I'm not getting channel 12 off the antenna.
Turkeys, turkeys, turkeys. Oh.
Expected to discuss topics including...
See, was that HD on that channel?
Oyster bread?
Yep.
Acorn pudding.
That's HD. Looks great.
The only thing I know is that soon a turkey will be stuffing me. Phew.
Oh no!
When we come back, every year millions of women around the world are victims.
You just sew in when you're down. It's kind of a neat design. Alright, so let's get started. What you're going to need, of course, is the fabric.
Now here's what I don't like, because this is a
black and white
4.3 aspect ratio on this show, and I'd have to set this for 4.3 whatever, because everything looks all stretched out and short and fat on that.
This time it is needed.
Standard definition, same thing there.
I just wanted you to know that. I wanted you to know that, like, I suffer from the same things. For dinner just because you're sick.
But my throat hurts.
No.
I hate it.
Flaky, with over 20 years experience in men.
Control, is that the wrong perception?
Well, it's an interesting situation in Tripoli is that the residents of felt that they were being occupied by militias from outside the capital.
5/8 plus 5/8. I end up with 7.
Remember, I haven't gotten into the settings yet, so
now
I'd have to switch that over to 4.3 aspect ratio in order for it to look right.
Urban Garden Supply has the best deals in town. Get a 1,000-watt ballast and air-cooled reflector for only $189 and get your bulb free. Get a 6-inch inline fan only.
Mine's the motions of a treadmill, stepper, and an elliptical.
Why? Okay.
Are in the teens and a little.
Now I've gotten more channels like than that off the air. I just got that antenna propped up in there. It's not enough. But I've gotten more digital channels off the air before. Just don't have a very good antenna, and the reception in this area is not very good either. So. What we'll do now is hook up the cable box and my VCR and DVD player and amp and see how it goes from there. Okay, we got everything hooked up. I've got it running through that Sony receiver. Now that's just a ProLogic receiver. It's not Dolby Digital 5.1. But I do have the audio connections, inputs running into that. So it's working. Now I got 3 remotes I'm jumbling with, so we'll just come on, start. Anyway, I'll watch that movie later. So, we'll pause that. Okay, now we got the cable hooked up. What I do is switch the inputs. And I gotta change the input on the only remote I got for this receiver is the Comcast cable remote, but I can still, if I can find the button that works, that'll switch it. Gotta remember it's button number 8 on this. So, and I will say I really don't watch TV that much anymore anyways. I don't even know why I'm paying for cable. I should just get a good antenna and hook it up through that, because I don't watch this stuff. So, this is a stupid show anyways. Anyways, y'all have a good day. That'll be the end of this. And we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.